A current Manchester United coach has lifted the lid on why Jadon Sancho refused to apologise to Ten Hag. Former Blackburn, West Ham and Porto striker Benny McCarthy, 46, works on Ten Hag's coaching staff at Manchester United.
McCarthy claims to have acted as a mentor and a friend to Sancho, who was frozen out by Ten Hag last September. The winger's Man United demise began when he was dropped from their matchday squad for a clash with Arsenal early in the season.
Ten Hag, 54, claimed after the match that Sancho had been axed due to his performances in training. Sancho later refuted the allegation on social media, claiming to have been made a scapegoat, effectively calling his manager a liar in the process.
Read more on Man U T.S.F screen. Man United signed former Premier League star's son and hand him iconic number 7 shirt. UCL preview. Borussia Dortmund v Real Madrid preview. Free betting tips, odds predictions. He was subsequently made to train on his own, and wasn't even allowed to eat with his teammates in United's canteen. With Ten Hag insisting throughout that Sancho would have to apologise in order to be reintegrated, the £73 million star held firm, leaving the duo in a stalemate.
In January, the 24-year-old returned to former club Borussia Dortmund on loan, for whom he will take on Real Madrid in Saturday night's Champions League final. Ahead of the match, McCarthy has attempted to shed some light on Sancho's situation at Old Trafford.
Most read in Football MOUR to give Jose Mourinho agrees shock return to management with European giants stacking Benjamin's Man United. Arsenal target Benjamin Sesko says yes to side in £56 million deal switched on major broadcasting change for Carabao Cup EFL with games to be shown for free. MOUR to come. Mourinho lands new job after months unemployed as he joins star-studded team. Best free bet sign-up offers for UK bookmakers. Appearing on South African radio station 947 Joburg, he said, "If you're from the streets, no one wants to apologise. You admit you are not training well, you are lazy, everything you are accused of.
Jadon wasn't going to have that. Bellingham and Sancho Champions League final preview. The manager has a strong character and just said that all he wants is an apology. Jadon thought that he had done nothing wrong. He didn't see why he had to apologize.
Sometimes you have to apologize, because a player will never win against a manager. I spoke to Jadon as a coach, as a mentor, as a friend, and as someone who grew up on the streets and knows the code.
But Jadon just wasn't seeing it. He said, "I ain't apologizing because if I do, I'm apologizing for being lazy, always being late, not giving my best. That's what I'm apologizing for." Those were his reasons. I spoke to the manager and I said to him that you know the delicacy, and I think Jadon feels that if he apologizes then it is going to be classed as someone who doesn't train hard, doesn't work hard, that everything that was said against him was true.
McCarthy went on to add that the saga ended up dragging, before claiming that it could have been easily avoided just by communication. The South African also revealed that his Man United contract is set to expire next month, with his future up in the air amid uncertainty over whether Ten Hag's services will be retained.
He went on to admit, "I don't know if I'm going to stay or leave. I learned a lot at Man United working with Eric. H is one of the smartest managers I've known. My contract ends in June. If the club wants me to continue in this role, I would be grateful."
That would be great. I love my role, I love working for Manchester United, but the desire to be a manager, to be the person in charge is still there. Prior to working at United, McCarthy managed Cape Town City and Amazulu in his home country.
Sancho, meanwhile, could be in line to start Saturday's Champions League final. He has been picked for all 6 of their knockout matches, including both legs of the semi-final triumph over Paris Saint-Germain. Speaking to Sunsport, former Dortmund Champions League winner Paul Lambert lifted the lid on Sancho's situation.
He said, "It is one of those **** or bust occasions when you have to go for it. For Jadon, this is a really great opportunity. He could become a legend forever at Dortmund. After what we did against Juventus, they still call me a legend in Dortmund, and actually, Jude Bellingham used to call me that, and I had to politely ask him to stop doing it. Jude moved from Dortmund and it has gone so well, but that has not been the case for Jadon.
He has had a nightmare at United and it would have been tough to go through that. Now, he is not getting criticized by fans, media, pundits or his manager. Everyone loves him at Dortmund, where he was before.
He has been excellent and you have to give him some credit. Against Real, Jadon has to try and make a difference. He has got that wee bit of arrogance I like. He sort of says, "Give me the ball and I will take it."
And if Dortmund can win this game, it would be sensational. Read more Sun story. Spanel problem. BGT fans scream "What's the point?" as they slam judges again. Park off. I was fined over £600 for parking at airport car park for 50 minutes. Sancho has scored twice and assisted 3 times in 14 Bundesliga appearances for Dortmund this term. He added a further goal in Europe, scoring in the round of 16 victory over PSV Eindhoven.
Man United transfer news live. All the latest deals and rumours from Old Trafford. Sun Sports verdict on Man United flop. Sir Jim Ratcliffe and Ineos have a busy summer ahead to get Man UTD's squad in order for next season. Below, Sunsport gives it verdict on how they should deal with the Red Devils' flops this summer.
Andre Onana. Stay. After a dodgy start at Old Trafford, Onana has proven to be one of the more reliable members of the squad this season, despite being peppered with shots constantly. Altay Bayındır. Go. Reports in February suggested Bayındır was unhappy with his bit-part role at Man United amid interest from Turkish giants Galatasaray.
If profit can be made on a sale, then it should be done. Tom Heaton, stay. Veteran goalkeeper Heaton, 38, is a reliable backup and is on a relatively small wage at the club. So long as he is happy, it makes sense to keep him. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, go. Wan-Bissaka, 26, has never managed to make the right-back position his own.
With his contract up in 2025, it makes sense to cash in now. Diogo Dalot, stay. Dalot, 26, has been one of Man Utd's most consistent performers this season. Raphael Varane, go. If it wasn't for his injury record, there would be a strong shout to keep Varane, but costs need to be cut to allow the squad to be freshened up.
Harry Maguire, go. Maguire has showed he has the right character to be at Man United, but overall ability and desired profile are another matter, with Maguire too slow to play in a high-line defence. Lisandro Martinez, stay. Martinez, 26, is second to none in terms of build-up play.
He needs a long-term defensive partner on the right side and to cut out the injuries which have plagued him this season. Johnny Evans, go. Veteran campaigner Evans could easily be on the stay list if he was only going to be a bit part player.
But he has shown his advanced years at times this season. Victor Lindelof, go. Lindelof, 29, has been reliable if not unremarkable in his Man United career. He has 1 year left on his contract, so should be moved on if a decent transfer fee can be got for him.
Willy Kambwala, stay. He should be given the opportunity to mature for a few years behind a senior CB pairing before stepping into the first team as a starter or being moved on. Luke Shaw, go. One of the Premier League's best left-backs when fit, Shaw has been a good servant when available.
But alas, that has been his Achilles heel once again this season. Terrell Malaysia, stay. Malaysia, 24, was decent enough to earn some merit in his first season at Man United before injury ended his season and inadvertently led to his second season being a write-off. Sofian Amrabat, go. Amrabat, 27, looked like a world beater at the Qatar World Cup with Morocco.
But HS had an underwhelming season in England and his loan spell will almost certainly not be made permanent. Casemiro, go. An alarming physical decline has seen him turn from key star to burden.
If a club is willing to buy the 32-year-old, who has 2 more years on his contract, then United should snatch their hand off. Christian Eriksen, go. Eriksen proved a useful asset and Ineos should look to bring in another player with similar traits, but frankly his legs have looked gone towards the end of this season.
Kobbie Mainoo, stay. The first of the so-called untouchables, Mainoo has been a rare glimmer of hope in the Red Devils midfield this season. Mason Mount, stay. Mount can be given the benefit of the doubt until summer 2025 at least after a debut season riddled with injury.
Scott McTominay, stay. McTominay, 27, has proven himself to be a brilliant plan B off the bench this season, and that is exactly why Ineos should look to keep him. Bruno Fernandes, stay. Man Utd's best player since his arrival just over 4 years ago, Fernandes, 29, remains second to none when it comes to creating chances, while his tenacity boosts those around him.
Antony, go. There's a case to argue that Antony may be the worst pound-for-pound signing in Premier League history. Despite some memorable moments, he simply isn't Man United quality. Anthony Martial, go. Ultimately, Martial needs to be let go when his deal runs out this summer after an appalling injury record of late.
Marcus Rashford, stay. As easy as it would be to say Rashford should leave the club this summer, it is difficult to look at the market and find many available players capable of scoring 30 goals a season. Alejandro Garnacho, stay. Another third of the Untouchables trio, Garnacho has made the right wing his own since coming into it.
H is a raw talent but has shown he has the quality to improve. Rasmus Højlund, stay. A slow burner in his first Man United season, the 21-year-old has often been starved of supply, which has led to him being unable to get the goals his movement and unselfish play often merits. Amad Diallo, stay. In the fleeting moments he has been on the pitch for Man United this season, Diallo has looked dangerous and exciting.
He should be given a chance to flourish with some proper chances in the first team across a whole season.